Well, joining us now to discuss the issue is Syrian political activist Ammar Waqqaf. Ammar, this is exactly what ISIS wants, isn't it? It wants, and it's actually been provoking, a military intervention. It wants to see boots on the ground, people fighting against it.
Well, they would want that, yes, in order to draw even on more help from and probably seduce more younger people from Europe and the rest of the world to come and join them, in order to, say we're the underdogs and everything. But I don't think the report today says anything about Britain wanting to put any boots on the ground.
Well, there's not a lot of support, is there, domestic support, bearing in mind what's happened before in Iraq and Libya and Afghanistan?
Well, it's not only that, is it? I mean, it seems from the report that the preoccupation of the Select Committee is actually the interest and influence of Britain in Iraq. They say, for example, something like, well, if we don't do anything now, if we don't intervene a little bit more, we won't have a say later. And I think they just throw away the ambiguity of the entire Western intervention by saying, well, probably we should now declare this as a suppression and containment sort of mission rather than defeating sort of mission, despite the Americans always saying, ultimately defeating ISIS. So I think they're being more realistic about what they can do, and what they're interested in is actually to contain ISIS and not actually defeat it. So I think that's good for them for saying it ever so loudly now.
Is that the answer, though? I mean, ISIS doesn't want to be contained, does it? It wants actually to dominate the world. It's even said it's heading for Rome.
Well, the issue is that it seems that the Western world doesn't see it as an imminent threat yet. It probably is, at the moment, intervening in the Middle East in order to, answer some fears of their key allies in the region, like Jordan and Saudi Arabia. And probably contained, but they do not want to defeat it. I mean, for example, the Security Council, I think it was 2170, it doesn't only speak about ISIS, it also speaks about Jabhat al-Nusra and all affiliated, Al-Qaeda affiliated groups. Now, key Western allies in the region are dealing with this ISIS threat, supposedly ISIS threat, in opposite to what this resolution says. The resolution is clear that all countries should prevent foreign fighters from using their soil. They should cut supply routes. Turkey, for example, is a key country where every foreign fighter is going to Syria and Iraq through. Israel is helping Jabhat al-Nusra in their hospitals, let alone guiding them where to strike and to undermine the Syrian army opposite to the Israeli border, and so on and so forth. So Qatar is still funding them, so to speak. These are the rumors, but it seems that everybody wants ISIS to stay there, perhaps to do something with Syrian government fighting there, rather than defeating ISIS.
What, so in effect, not support, give, I suppose, a veiled support, a proxy support to ISIS, but still oppose Assad and still wanting Assad to go? Is that, I mean, he's clearly on the back foot at the moment. We're hearing about the Islam army now getting very close to the capital there. I mean, what is Assad's position in this?
I think the government of Syria is a key ally to anybody who's really interested in defeating Al-Qaeda affiliated groups, because the Syrian army is already there fighting those people. The thing, I think what the Syrian government thinks about this is that don't tell me anything about moderate, so to speak, groups, because all those people have proved time and time again that they are more than willing to join arms with ISIS or Jabhat al-Nusra. So here we are, the West that is, supporting them, providing them with weaponry in order to stand against Al-Qaeda affiliated groups, but 2 months down the line they go and join up with them because the ideology is the same. Now the Islam army has been bombing Damascus. Today Damascus suffered a huge barrage of missiles. I think it's to do with the position of the Islam Army command inside the areas that they are holding. I think they do need the government to retaliate in order to gain more support or to retrieve a little bit of support, because people have got really tired of all this. So the West really, they're not, probably they either don't understand yet what a success story of extremists, Islamic extremists, can mean to the communities here, and especially the Islamic communities here in Europe, or they're actively underestimating them. But at the moment, they don't seem to be doing anything really to defeat ISIS. It's just about containment, as the report clearly says.
Ammar, thank you very much indeed for joining us on RT
Thank you
UK.
very much.